to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Rebels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So South Carolina's offense will have the ball first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Wow, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL. Picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Ross. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The short hands, it's Shipp. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. And the timing just a hair off. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Finding open areas. Turning it on. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Rebels offense will go to work for the first time today. Catch in the middle. It's Camarda. Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Leaves it with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He'll pull it on the read. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pick.
Breaks into the open. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
They'll go to the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A strike downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
So nice when you're an offense and you're getting these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Into the end zone. Fires into traffic. Picked off.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big...
Ball is loose. That is a serendipitous turn of events. With the fumble going out of bounds, they'll maintain possession. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He's got him in the flat. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in a hurry-up.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Going to the ground. Powered through the defender. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Rides the back and leaves it. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Brad behind the line. It's Shipp. Touchdown, South Carolina. A great catch and run for 6.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by 10 over Tulane. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man on the right.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offensive quarterback find one, they could hurt you. And you saw it right there on the crossing.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Great job by the defense here, rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
Wants to go up top on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the grab on the left side. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Just keep slinging it. Quickly complete. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down, but they're going to run the football. So them getting that big jump, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Hauls it in. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Takes the easy one to the back.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. He's in open space downfield. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the pass. Working that left side. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Rebels.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. He leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Oxford. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting.
He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house, great blocking, and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Trying to set up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Across the 35. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Now you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now it used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying to impose their will with the run. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. They're trailing by 11 to Miami. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Lost to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Russ. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line?
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on him.
He'll do it himself. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They want to run it left here. Oh, better look out. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Caught over the middle. It's Russ. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go when you...
There he goes! And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. To the air on 1st down. Gets it out fast. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Shipp. Drills him with the stiff arm. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Snap in the shotgun. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They just keep firing. Touchdown Gamecocks. Quick strike through the air for the score. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll go to the ground. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. New set of downs after the completion. He might want another play. Toss to the outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Amatova. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
That's reeled in. It's Camarda.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Got a man. It's Amatova.
That had to be a coverage bust because there's no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Handoff from the gun. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. They knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more, so they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Finds his man. It's Salazar. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cooks. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world. Oh, he's got some space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
The official says no good. The missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Rebels come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, the ground game. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Man, that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that.